Hey, Miss Evans. I hope you could hear me. So these are my top sociology concepts. Um, my first one is conflict theory. Well, conflict theory states that there is a perpetual class conflict in society due to the unequal distribution of resources, which means this whole social order that is maintained by domination and power. Karl Marx was the one who created this theory, and he focused on the concept of social inequality and the division of resources, and therefore the conflicts that exist between classes, which will eventually trigger social change. Okay, functionalism. Functionalism is the theory that states all aspects of a society serve a function and are necessary for the survival of that society. Emil Durkheim was the one that stated all the elements of society are interdependent and they serve a function for all the overall stability of society. Also, Durkheim assumed that social stability, socialization, and social integration are fundamental for achieving a strong society and social institutions that care for the welfare of the society. And the picture shows like a social institution and how everything that you're getting from that institution, it could be placed out in a real life scenario. The name cut off here, but this is Deviance. Robert K. Merton was the one who came up with this. Oh my god, I feel like I'm messing up. Anyways, deviance describes an action or behavior that violates social norms. Even though it may be looked at as a negative thing, there can always be positive outcomes when you don't follow societal norms. We see that a lot in today when it comes to activism and stuff like that, when people, go against what's right, what is deemed right. And, there's always positive outcomes on that. Social norms. Social norms can be viewed as a cultural products in which individuals' basic knowledge of what others do and think they should do. Social norms are also just unwritten rules, beliefs, and behaviors based on what's acceptable in your culture. So here at the bottom, you know how you go somewhere and they be like, oh no, it's one more left, you just leave it. Like, why is that a thing? Like, why don't, if you want to eat it, like if you want to eat the cupcake, just eat it. Like, it shouldn't be a thing that it's deemed rude if you eat like the last piece of food. Or even coming down to the LGBT community, like you never know what somebody believes in and what they're comfortable in. It's like, why did we decide that the norm is male and female and not others? MicroLevel theory. The MicroLevel theory is a looks at society from a larger scale, such as how larger institutes can change society within a whole. Micro level looks at social processes from a micro level looks at a social processes from a smaller scale, in which is basic interactions with people. And macro is more so of things that happens within the government, religion, family, and stuff like that. Micro level is just like your day-to-day conversations with people and stuff like that. Corporate crimes. These crimes are committed by companies in which they make it seem like they're looking out for the people, but in reality, they're only looking out for themselves. They aren't helping the community as much as they should, and it only increase profits for them. So it's like these big companies that say like they're giving back to people, but in reality, they're only making the rich richer and the poor poorer. And racial profiling. Racial profiling is a form of discrimination by which law enforcement uses a person's race or cultural background as the primary reason to suspect that the individual has broken the law. Most Black and Latino males are always being racially profiled. This is wrong because it can cause situations that people do not need to be in. For example, the first picture we have Trayvon Martin. Everybody knows Trayvon Martin was a 14-year-old black um little black boy who was walking home from the store, and he had Skittles in his bag, and he was racially profiled by the neighborhood's guard watch, I believe. And in Florida, it is legal to have, like, weapons on them. And uh I forgot, George Zimmerman, yeah, was his name, shot him in the back for fitting the description of somebody that he thought it was. So we could, like, eliminate deaths like this with racial profile. Imprinting. Imprinting is defined as the process in which an industry, organization, or person develops characteristics that reflect features of the society. The feminist theory, a conflict theory which observes gender and its relation to power within society at a larger scale. It focuses on sexual orientation, race, economic status, and nationality. Conformity. It is a social influence that involves change in the belief or behavior in order to fit in a group, meaning a person can change the way they look, speak, and dress just to fit in the group. For example, all the bunnies are green, and now this one bunny is getting painted green just to fit in because it's yellow. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Yeah.